I mean, the economic explanation is that sort of goes back to Mises' idea that all monies tend towards one. Money is a very different good than most consumer goods, in that with most consumer goods, the market is stronger and better if you have more options. So it's better for the world if we have 10 different car companies than if we just have one car company. And money is a very strange good in that that's not actually the case. It's like much easier and better for the world to have one money than to have a fractured system of fiat monies or a fractured system of cryptocurrencies. So from like the worldview perspective, it's better to just have one currency. And from the individual perspective, where everything really starts and how you build up to that worldview is if you're an individual, you do not want to make multiple trades to get to the good you want. You want to make as few of trades as possible to get from what you have to the goal that you have in mind. And if you have to trade through multiple monies, that's just an inefficiency, and that's friction. And so typically you'll trade your labor for money, and then you'll trade your money for the good or service that you want. And the more times you have to switch into alternative currencies or alternative goods, like the more of a hassle it is, and the more you're likely to lose a little bit in slippage. And so individuals will naturally just try and find the most saleable good. For many years that was gold, and then gold had some issues. Gold has some issues. It's really heavy. It's not really that divisible, and so people wanted an easier way to trade. And paper money had a lot of actually advantages over gold. It was much easier to divide into smaller parts. It was also much easier to trade massive volumes over a distance and do that relatively quickly. And so then paper money became the most saleable good. And so to my thesis and a lot of Bitcoin maximalist thesis is that Bitcoin is now going to turn into the most saleable good. And the market will slowly realize that Bitcoin is much more saleable, much easier to move around, and has better protections than fiat money, than paper money.